Unpopular vote. I think Xi Jinping is going to be the downfall of China. The Chinese government has had the best of both worlds. They've been able to essentially be fascist, but not have single ruler mentality. So every time you get into a dictatorship, you're essentially talking about a cult of personality. So all the downsides that come with the dictatorship, it's cult of personality, one man basically in charge of the whole country, cronyism, his friends and family, people loyal to him, that's who take over certain state government functions, things that really should be meritocracy don't happen that way. What China's been able to do is really kind of smart. They've had a board of directors, kind of what Republicans have tried to do, if we're being honest. Basically, one party controls everything, and not any one individual has so much power that if they became grossly incompetent or brainwash the population so much that it would have negative ripple effects. So when you look at something like Iraq or something where Saddam Hussein's picture is everywhere, Tunisia, all the tin pot dictators of the Middle East, Syria, people were so loyal to Assad that they would rather let the country empty out than even consider a ruler change. More than half the country fled and left. Only Damascus is really what's left of Syria. What used to be a country is now basically a city. That all became because one individual was so important. Russia set up the same problem with Vladimir Putin. When Vladimir Putin dies or gets ousted or poisoned or whatever it is, they're going to be in a massive amount of trouble because he became so much ingrained with the power of the country. It's what Trump would like to do to America. It's what Duarte's done to the Philippines. Erdogan's going to do to Turkey. We're living in the moment of the singular dictator. Unfortunately, I wish that we weren't. What Xi Jinping is doing is basically consolidating more and more power to himself. People that are loyal to him are who matters. And he's going to boost that by clamping down on media freedom, clamping down on human rights freedom, clamping down on government freedom. He's making all the mistakes that dictators have made all throughout the decades. And it's going to become more and more and more about him. Power is going to become so centralized and so individually focused that it's basically setting yourself up for failure. Governments like that, individuals become afraid to innovate. They become afraid to create new products. They want to get on the right side of him more than they want to make something great for their country or even the party that controls that country. Within the party itself, everybody who doesn't necessarily like him is going to be purged out of it. You start setting up a hive mind. The reason the United States has been in power and in control for so long is not a mystery, really. We have people coming from all over the world. So you're getting a lot of ideas that come there. It's got one of the highest rate of immigrants in the world. I think the highest rate of immigrants. China is incredibly homogenous. I mean, people can come here, literally, if you're black, they're going to take pictures of you, okay? Like, that's how pathetically homogenous it is. We're getting ideas from all over the world, people from all over the world. It's a mix, it's a clash. Everything is out and open and a debate and just ferocious. You suck, you're a communist, you're a fascist, you're a socialist, you're a feminist, you're a misogynist. I mean, just everything, every fucking thing you can think of. Race, religion, sex. You go on Twitter, you go on Facebook, you go everywhere. It's just all out in the open. I like the NFL protest. I don't like guns. I like, and it's just this mix. In China, they're setting themselves up to become another failed state and another one party, one person, one individual mindset. 10 years from now, the economy's not growing. Things are not going the way that they should go because certain people that were loyal to him specifically, not the party, not the country, but him specifically, have been put in charge of major projects. They're losing money, there's corruption, but they're on his good side. They're loyal to him. And he'd rather keep them than replace them with somebody else in the party that may be better for that job, but they're not quite as loyal to him. He's setting himself up for all the mistakes that every dictatorship in the Middle East, and I truly believe Russia eventually, all these places have made over and over again. And really, I think he's going to be China's downfall. If they kept on the trajectory, they probably would surpass America, but not with him in control of it and not in an entirely Saddam Hussein type regime.